Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing my first of my YA Shot reviews. I'm going to YA Shot in Uxbridge, which is an event held in Uxbridge which has about 71 YA authors in attendance. There's going to be panels and workshops and signings, and Michelle from Fluttering Butterflies has set up a readathon, and we are reading as many books by as many authors as we want. So I've picked quite a lot. I think I've picked 11 or 12, and then if you read and review them, you can get put into a chance to win some signed copies of books by various authors. And so I wanted to take part, and so I picked the books and the authors I wanted to read, and I'm going to be filming my reviews in batches of 3, so every time I read 3 of the books I will be doing some reviews. So let's get into the books that I have read. The first book I read was Lobsters by Tom Ellen and Lucy Iverson. I've seen this floating around on BookTube. I've heard great things from everybody that I've heard talk about it. I just wasn't ever sure that it was for me, but when it came up that they were going to be at YA Shot, I thought this is my chance to read it. I picked it up and I absolutely loved it. It reminds me very much of The In-Betweeners, if you've ever watched the TV series. I haven't watched, I don't know if they did a US one, but the UK In-Betweeners TV series or film, it reminds me very much of that. It takes me back to my school days. It's set in the UK and it's very realistic. It does take me back to school and uni days and how things were, and yeah, that was hilarious and very reminiscent for me to read. Also, because this is written in dual point of view, from a male and a female protagonist point of view, I laughed because the male, I went to school with my husband and we were friends at school, and so I very much know how they behaved, and it was very, very similar to how, in fact, I could probably put some of these characters into the bodies of some of the people I went to school with. I really loved the dual perspective of this. We follow Hannah and we follow Sam and their quest to A, not to be virgins anymore, and B, to find love, and especially Hannah wants to find her lobster. The themes touch on sort of growing up, friendship dynamics, and sort of growing in and out of friendships, relationships, sex, and really just learning about who you are. Lobsters is such a good title for this, and it really makes me laugh. I don't know if any of you watched the Friends episode where Phoebe makes a mistake, and I can't remember what it is that actually mates for life. There's some animal that mates for life, but she thought it was lobsters that mated for life, and so she said, oh, he's your lobster. And well, I think in my head this is a play on that. I can't recommend this book highly enough. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so thankful that YA Shot has given me the opportunity, or forced my hand to read it, and I absolutely adored it, and I gave it 5 stars. The next book I picked up was by Kerry Drury, and it is A Dream of Light. If you watch my channel, you may have noticed that I read her book A Brighter Fear as part of the book buddy-a-thon that I ran, and it was okay, but I didn't find it particularly great. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was a good read, but not a great one. I was hesitant to pick up another one of her books, but I thought, no, I'm going to give her a second chance, and I already owned this one, so I wanted to read it. And I have to say, this book has totally changed my mind about this author. It was a brilliant story, and it has piqued my interest in North Korea. The story follows a girl in North Korea. She's grown up in a place where she doesn't know any different. She's in a small town. They work, they are very, very hungry, they get very little, they're on very small rations, and they live in fear. They can't move about freely. She makes a mistake and she falls in love with the wrong person, and consequences of her actions are devastating, and we follow her life from then on. This book really does bring out an awful lot of feelings. I felt the frustration, the sadness, the anger, the scared fear. It just really does tap into your emotions very well, and I could feel for the character. I can definitely recommend people pick this up. It's such a great read. We follow the girl through various different places, including a concentration style camp in North Korea, and I don't know how true or how much research Kerry Drury has done, but it's really piqued my interest in finding out more about North Korea. In fact, there is a book coming out by a girl called Yeonmi Park, who has written a memoir of her time in North Korea. I believe she's sort of 21 now, and she has lived through, I don't know because I haven't read the book yet, similar situations to this, and is now an activist in trying to get North Korea to change. And I really want to read that, and luckily I'm very, very lucky that the publisher is going to be sending me a copy of that to read, so I just can't wait. I can't recommend this one highly enough though, and I gave it 5 stars. Next up is another book with an author that I'm giving a second chance to, and that is Undone by Kat Clark. I read her book Torn and I really didn't like it. I can't remember if it was a 2 or 3 stars. It was one that I just really didn't find much interest in, but boy, this was again another one that has changed my mind. I really, really enjoyed the story. The story was sad and compelling. It wasn't revolutionary. The plot wasn't revolutionary in any way. I wouldn't say it was groundbreaking, but that didn't seem to matter. It was obvious to me the sort of whodunit at the end, but I don't think that really took away from the story. The story is about Jem. She has a gay best friend. They're at high school. She's a little bit in love with him, or she's massively in love with him, but they are bestest friends. And one day a video gets posted of her friend and he commits suicide, and it is the aftermath of that. It's her dealing with her grief, and there's letters that come into this, and I really enjoyed reading that part of it. And it's about her trying to find out who posted this video and why it was done, and trying to come to terms with what's happened to her friend. It is an incredibly sad book, but I really, really enjoyed it. I felt one of the things that could have changed was I felt the letters that were written could have been a bit darker. They're written from her best friend, and he is contemplating at the time of writing them suicide, and I felt they were a little bit too happy. They weren't enough. There wasn't enough of that sort of emphasis that he was in this dark place. But other than that, it was a really good read, and a very solid 4 stars for that one. So far, 3 books, a 4-star and 2 5-stars. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. I'm really excited to carry on reading. I'm going to be alternating, I think, between sort of YA Shot and my Galance event books, just to mix it up a little bit. So I will be picking up the next 3 YA Shot books really soon, and look forward to posting a video of my reviews and thoughts on them as I finish the next 3. So I hope that that may have interested you and intrigued you enough to pick some up. If you're going to YA Shot, let me know, because I definitely love to meet up. I'm very excited about going and looking forward to meeting loads of people. I'm meeting up with some friends there, but it would be great to meet new people as well. So let me know down below, and if you've read these, let me know what your thoughts were on them. Did you agree with me? Did you not? I always like to hear. Yeah, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.